Hey, thanks for checking out the video. In this one, we get to take a look at the Jetbeam E26 Kunai, a flat tactical style EDC flashlight. This was sent to the channel for review by flashlightgo.com. Special thank you to them and shout out to them as well. If you like what you see, this flashlight's available on their website for $86.99 as well as Amazon. Let's get into the video. I want to talk about 4 things that I think set the E26 Kunai apart from other flat flashlights on the market, because on the face of it, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? You've got white light, UV, and a laser. We've seen that before, just using this Olight Arcfeld Ultra as an example. But what could be so different about this? Well, like I said before, there are 4 things I think that make this different. First thing I want to talk about is the tail switch. So this is going to be a more tactically oriented flashlight. So if you're interested in a flat flashlight that might be geared a little bit more towards self-defense, this might be an option for you to check out. Basically, this tail switch right here, when the flashlight's not locked, no matter what setting you're in, it'll get you to the full output, 2000 lumens directly with a full press. And then if you kind of double tap it like this, it'll get into strobe. And yes, the strobe is the full 2000 lumens, and it is a variable rate of strobe. So very disorienting indeed. So yeah, self-defense or tactically minded flat EDC style flashlight. That's difference number 1, the tail switch. Difference number 2, right here at the other end, you'll see on the bezel, you've got glass breakers. So pretty aggressive little bezel for a flat flashlight. Gonna have a little bit more pointy corners on it than most. So that's another thing that sets this apart. And the lockout feature on the wheel, this isn't one of the 4 reasons, but it is different. I like how this has been done. There's just a designated lock position, so you cannot turn on the flashlight with either the rear or the main switch. But yeah, from there you've got your white light setting, UV, and laser pointer. Next thing that sets it apart is its USB port. Now, there's a lot of flat flashlights that have a USB Type-C port, but this one doesn't have a port cover, yet the flashlight is still waterproof. This port itself is waterproof, kind of like on your phone. Think about your phone. So it's just an open port right here, but I like how that's been done. There's no flap, there's no gasket that could break off, or you gotta mess with that. It's just nice and simple, and there's a charging status LED right there. So that's different as well. And then the output, that's the 4th thing that sets this apart. In my mind, it's got a full 2000 lumens. This flashlight I referenced earlier, this has a lot in my opinion compared to other ones of its size. 1400 lumens here, but this is 2000. So a lot of output coming from this size flashlight. Now, heat is generated. So yeah, there's even a little warning symbol right there, letting you know that this can get hot. And if you have it on 2000 lumens for a prolonged amount of time, it does get hot. However, if you just need a blast of tons of light at the press of a button, that's what this offers you as well. So those are the 4 things I think set this apart in the market, and why I think it's a good addition to have on the market and might be suited to certain people's needs. 2 things I think could be improved about it, pretty minor. First of all, the clip. I'd love to see a clip that kind of like, even if it still attaches here, loops up and then comes back down, giving you a little bit of a deeper carry in pocket. As it stands though, it's not too bad, because these little cuts right here on the side lets you pull this out of pocket really nice and easy, very accessible. So maybe that's been done intentionally to leave a little bit above pocket line so that you can get this out of your pocket really, really quickly. Second thing, this is a gripe I have with most flat flashlights on the market right now. It's not unique to Jetbeam, but I don't care for built-in batteries. I'd rather have the ability to replace them at a later point in time. Even if there was just a couple replaceable slots in here for batteries, even if it came at the sacrifice of some runtime, I'd be okay with that personally. That is just my humble opinion, but let me know what you think in the comments about that as well. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this flashlight. It's been done very well. Can get into the build quality. Machining looks really good. I like the styling of it too. It looks good in my opinion. And this orange is a very, very vibrant orange. Different than some of the other orange anodization I've seen. It just seems brighter and shinier. This is a Sofern LT1S lantern that I really like. Just using it to show the anodization difference here, if you can tell. but this seems to be a richer orange, which I like. And then, yeah, what it comes with, get a nice box here. That's what it looks like. 5-year warranty, pretty phenomenal. I'm a big fan of long warranties just because it typically shows a lot of confidence in product by the manufacturer. There's that 2 meter submersion, waterproof rating, drop safe to 1.5 meters, max throw right here, magnetic flap in the box. Inside you will find your manual. Operation of this light's very simple. Go over that in just a second. Here's the warranty card, your manual, and then you've got a QE inspection certificate as well. So checks under the pad here in the foam cutout. You'll find a lanyard. This is actually my first time seeing what's under here. That's cool. Got a lanyard with a cinch, branded by Jetbeam. Pretty cool. You got a USB-C to USB-A charging cable. Appears to be about maybe a foot or 10 inches in length. And then we've got our silica packet. Do not eat this. But yeah, that's what's inside the box. Good packaging. And I kind of expect that from a flashlight at this price point. Enough talk, it is time for beam shots. We're gonna start with the lowest output setting here, 15 lumens. This has a runtime of 65 hours. Here we're looking at medium, quite a big jump up to 300 lumens here. We've got a 3.5 hour runtime on medium. High mode is 650 lumens, 1.7 hour runtime on high. And then max output, according to the manual, it's 1800 lumens. And according to the box, it's 2000. I do not have a way to measure myself, but in any case, it is a lot of light. It's got a 1.6 hour runtime in total, and that's because there's a drop down. So eventually the output will taper off with this. The user interface of the E26 Kunai is really straightforward. We already covered lockout. Here, let's jump into the white light setting. This is just on a cycle. So by holding down the switch, you will ramp up your output and then it will drop back down to low after it hits its upper limit. You don't have to double press the turbo. Turbo is built into this cycle. So that's kind of nice. No double press directly into turbo. If you want directly into turbo, I would just go for the tail switch personally. But that's how that works. And this flashlight does have mode memory. So whichever mode you were just on, it will remember that next time you hit this switch. Jumping on over to the UV setting. Pretty straightforward. You just click the dial onto that, hit the switch on and off, and you're right in the UV. Verify bills, check for whatever you need to check for. And that is nice to have. You've got a laser pointer as well. So if you're gonna point things out, got that laser pointer. To my knowledge, there's no way to get into white light and laser combined. So that's just something to keep in mind, but you get a nice, I think it's class 3A laser, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. And then the tail switch, we already went over that user interface. Full press in to get to directly to turbo, and then kind of like a double gets you into strobe. So readily accessible with those two modes right there. That is going to wrap up this video about the Jetbeam E26 Kunai. I hope this video gave you a good look at it. Thanks again to flashlightgo.com for the opportunity to check this light out on the channel. And yeah, if you're interested in picking this up, a link to their website will be in the description below. These are also on sale on Amazon. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I always appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. God bless you. Take care, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.